Hey everyone, Tucker from Combo here. Today we'll be looking at how you can make some custom overlays for your stream using Figma. If you don't know what Figma is, it's a web-based graphics editor that is kind of similar to Photoshop. Um, it's really easy to use, it's free to use, and it's perfect for making overlays for your stream. If you don't know anything about Figma, there's a ton of YouTube tutorials. Okay, so this is my Figma project. It's all web-based and it's really easy to use, and I'll be showing you how I can make a couple different overlays over the next couple minutes. My cat is being funny in the background. Apologies if there's any background noise, but you may see him in the background of the stream. Anyways, I have already set up my project a little bit with some of the different things that I could design, some of the colors that we use on Combo that I'm going to incorporate into my overlay, and as well as a screenshot from one of my recent streams, so I can sort of use that as a reference for how I want to design some of my overlays. But let's get started. So in Figma, what I want to do is I want to start with a camera overlay. So I know that I want it to sort of have like a border, maybe a gradient, maybe I'll include the Combo logo in there somewhere. But to get started, we'll go in the top left here and select the rectangle tool. And then we'll just sort of drag and drop and place this over top of my face cam. Now, what we'll do here is on the right hand side, we'll remove the fill. Now it's basically just an empty container, and we'll add a stroke to it. The stroke is really what's going to make the border for our overlay. We'll make the width of it, say 35 pixels. You can see that there. Just have a black border overlay now. And maybe I actually want the corners to be rounded a little bit. I can do that by going up here in the top right, and I can adjust the quarter radius of this rectangle layer. So let's see what 25 looks like. That looks pretty good. Go with 30. Yeah, I like that. Maybe I'll actually make the border a bit bigger, so 50. I can see that that's sort of like squeezing in on my face cam overlay. So I'm gonna actually change the border to be on the outside. I'll just need to reposition this a little bit, and that looks pretty good. Now, like I said, I have some of the colors from Combo's sort of color palette already in here, and maybe I want to change the color of this border to be, matching the brand of Combo. So what I'll do here is, again, I'll highlight the overlay that I've created so far, and I'll select the color here. Maybe I want to make it actually a cool little purple gradient. So I'll select this purple, and then I'll select the end of the gradient and select this lighter blue, maybe purple, maybe a darker purple actually. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, that looks cool. And there's a bunch of other stuff that we can do here. So maybe we want to actually add a drop shadow, which can make it look kind of cool. It adds sort of like a 3D effect to our overlay. And the way that you do that, if you didn't see that, was I have the layer selected. On the right hand side here, I hit effects and I hit the plus button, and it'll automatically add a drop shadow for me. I can change the sort of like intensity of it. So right now it has a transparency of 25%, but if I increase it to 100, you can sort of start to see it gives it that little drop shadow there. Maybe I'll actually make the blur 15. No, I don't like that. Let's do 5. You can add sort of like a little drop shadow there too. But maybe actually, I don't know, let's add another stroke. See what this looks like. That's work for me. Let's change this to drop shadow again. This. Maybe inner shadow, actually. No, the drop shadow is okay. So there's that. And then maybe actually what I want to do is include the combo logo in my camera overlay. So maybe I'll just include it sort of at the top here, but we want to give it a bit more, I don't know, special look than that. So I'll just create another rectangle, highlight it like this, and then I'll use this purple that's already at the top here. On the left-hand side here, I can see all my different layers. I'll pull this back beneath the logo and move this up here. Maybe I actually want to give this some rounded corners as well. So what I'll do is, again, highlight the back layer here. In the top right, I'll click on independent corners. And here I can adjust, rather than doing all the corners being rounded, I can check on specific ones. So maybe in the top left, I'll do 25. You can see that gets updated there. And the top right, I'll do 25 as well. That looks kind of cool. That. Again, all this stuff is super customizable. I'm just doing something really simple to give you a sense of how easy it is to use Figma to create these overlays. Now you can move things around. Maybe I actually want this to be, maybe this should have a stroke on it. No. Maybe this should have a drop shadow. No. You know, you can get really creative with the different ways that you're doing this. Actually, that looks kind of cool. Maybe I'll do a different pink though. Okay, this pink. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll make the gradient actually pink. So let's do from this pink to this pink. Yeah, I mean, kind of funky, but we're having some fun with this. Maybe get rid of this drop shadow too. There you go. There's a fun pink radius that I've got on my camera here now. And then, maybe I actually want to add, my Twitter handle to this. So I'll add a text layer. And I'll just do @join_combo. Just the size of that and the font. Or something like that. Oh, do this later. I don't know, what's a fun font? Roboto? Oh, I already had that one, so black. I mean, you can use whatever font you want for this. And then maybe I'll do a fill that with like that. I mean, you can make this look a lot nicer using special fonts and all that sort of stuff. Maybe I'll make this a bit. There. That's okay for now. Now, if I actually want to include this on my stream, what I need to do is take all of these layers, so the @join_combo layer, the logo, the back rectangle on that, and then the cam overlay, and combine them into one layer. So the way that I do that is I select them all on the left here and hold the shift key, and then right click and do group selection. So now this is all one layer. And on the right hand side, I can see what it'll actually look like. So if I hit on export, and then preview, there it is. So let's hit export group 3 and head over to OBS to see what this looks like. Okay, I can see OBS, I can see myself, I can see everything on my desktop. Now let's try adding this overlay. So let's do add image, new image, and I will go to my desktop and I can see my overlay here. Okay. Now, just need to resize it so that it fits just like that. There we go. That's pretty much it. You know, again, you can get really creative with this. Figma is just like a really easy to use tool that's also highly customizable. So you can get really creative with different gradients, icons, images, everything that you can think of that you might want to include as an overlay. You can do in Figma. It's free to use. You can see how quick and easy that was. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and happy streaming.